Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another Universal Studios video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 things to do while you're in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There's so many things to do while you're there, but these are my top 10 things that I feel like everyone needs to do or experience while you are in the Wizarding World. If you've been to Universal Studios and you do other things, like these are just things that I like to do. Everyone's gonna like the same things I like to do, but I'm just gonna share with you guys my top 10. My first thing is going to Ollivander's and doing the whole experience. So you have a choice of just walking into the Ollivander's shop and searching for your wand and seeing all the characters' wands and kind of just like being in the store. Or you can do the whole Ollivander's experience, which is not really like it's not like a ride or anything, but you do have to wait in line for it. And so pretty much you wait in a line and then you get to go into Ollivander's with like a group of 20 people. And pretty much Ollivander is there and he picks one person out of the crowd and you have this whole magical experience where you get to try different wands with him and figure out your wand. I've never been picked, but every time I watch someone do it, I start crying because it's so magical the way they do it. And so once you're done with that entire experience, they walk you into the Ollivander shop and then you can kind of search for your wands. They do have interactive tips. I do suggest getting one of those because you can walk around the park and do magic in certain spots, and I think it's super magical and really fun to do. Number 2 is try butterbeer. And I don't just mean try 1 cup of butterbeer. I mean try every type of butterbeer that they have. Depending on the season you go, they will have either 2 types or 3 types of butterbeer options to try. If you're there during the winter, I suggest trying all 3, and that is the soda version, the frozen version, and the hot version. And they are all delicious, but I will definitely say that the frozen version and the hot version are my absolute favorite. The frozen one is like a slushy type, and then it has that the froth, the like white froth on the top, and it's so delicious. And then the hot version I think is like, since it is how it's originally supposed to be in the books, it was always hot. I think that I loved drinking it that way because it felt really authentic, and the taste is amazing when it's warm, especially when it's a cold day. I went in January this year and it was cold on one of the days, so it was so nice just sitting there and having a warm butterbeer. Very special. So I suggest trying all 3 butterbeers if you're there during the winter. Number 3 is to ride the Hogwarts Express. Hopefully if you're going, you got park to park passes so you can go to Universal Studios and Island of Adventures. If you do have park to park passes, you can ride from Island of Adventures, Hogsmeade, to Universal Studios Diagon Alley. And you ride the Hogwarts Express, you can ride them back and forth each time. So if you do have that, I suggest riding the Hogwarts Express at least once instead of walking to get to the other park. Sometimes, depending on the wait times, it actually is faster to just hop on the Hogwarts Express. If you go from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley, I would ride that way, and then also ride from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade because it's a different trip both times. It's a different thing on the screen, and when you're walking through the queue to wait in line, it's a totally different scenery, since from Diagon Alley you are going to be in London instead of over in Hogsmeade where you're passing Hogwarts and everything. So it is a different experience, so make sure to ride it both ways back and forth. Number 4 is to get a drink at the Hogshead pub, which is in Hogsmeade right next to the 3 Broomsticks. It's actually connected to the 3 Broomsticks. You can walk straight through and you're in the Hogshead pub. That is mine and Jonathan's favorite place to hang out, especially when we're tired and we need our feet to rest because we've been walking all day. We love to sit. They have my favorite beer on tap, so which is a super simple beer, but it's Stella and I love it. We always go to Hogsmeade to hang out and have a beer. It's our favorite spot to go. And so hanging out in the pub is really nice because it just has like a really cool vibe to it. And then also if you just walk outside, there's a lot of tables, and the majority of the time those tables are empty, which is really nice because you can kind of get like a quiet spot to sit and hang out, and you can see the Hogwarts castle from there, which you can get some pictures, and then you can just chill and have a beer. If you don't drink alcohol or you are younger than 21, they also have butterbeer on tap and they have normal drinks too. Number 5, this is a pretty obvious one that I think most people would know to do, but it's to ride all the rides, especially if you get there early in the morning. Hit all the rides first so that you don't have to wait in the long lines. If you're going during the weekday most of the time the wait times won't be that long, but weekends, girl, the wait times can be crazy. So try to hit the rides first before you do any of this other stuff. First one would be the Forbidden Journey ride, which is the Hogwarts castle. That ride is incredible, very fun, and I suggest even going and waiting in line even if you do have like a 45-minute wait, because to me it never feels like it's that long. The queue to get to the ride is a lot of fun. The entire time you're walking through the castle and classrooms and seeing so much like stuff happening. You see the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, you go into Dumbledore's study, you see the Mirror of Erised, you see the Pensieve, you go through the Gryffindor common room, like you see so much stuff, and you get to go through the like herbology greenhouse and everything, and it's just like, it's really nice. Like sometimes if it's really hot outside, it can be miserable during the outside portion, but the majority of the wait is inside the castle, so there's air conditioning, which is very nice. Anyways, I suggest riding that ride. It's very fun. The second one is the Flight of the Hippogriff ride, which I do not suggest riding if there is a long wait time. Like if it's short, ride it. It's very fun, it's fast, and it's just like, it's a cute little roller coaster. It's not super crazy, it doesn't go upside down. Why I'm saying I wouldn't suggest waiting in a really long line for it is because the ride is so fast. I swear it feels like it's 10 seconds long, the roller coaster. It's very small, and so if you've been waiting in line for like an hour for a 10-second roller coaster, it feels like you just got ripped off real hard. So I always like to hit that one right in the morning because the wait time's usually 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's not bad. And it is a really fun roller coaster. So if the wait time's short, ride that one. The next ride, which is my all-time favorite ride, so you guys need to try this one, is Escape from Gringotts. This one's actually located in Diagon Alley, which is in Universal Studios, not Island of Adventure. It is so much fun. When me and Jonathan went there the first time, it wasn't that busy, and so like we just would get off the ride and get back in line and get back in line. It was the best. Like that ride is ridiculous. That's one of the rides that you do have to wear the 3D glasses on, so if you don't like those kinds of rides, I'm sorry, but it's like that. I love it, and it's a complete roller coaster. It's super fast, you get whipped around, it's like, it's a blast. It is so much fun. It's exactly how you think it would be because of the 7th movie when they're, you know, in Gringotts and they're going through that. Like that's how the ride is. It is amazing. So ride that ride. Number 6 is get ice cream from Florian Fortescue. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That word, I'm always like, ooh. I'm not an ice cream eater because I'm lactose intolerant, but the ice cream there is so good, and this is also located in Diagon Alley, right kind of across from the Escape from Gringotts. This ice cream is so delicious. I've never had ice cream this good. I have a butterbeer soft serve that you can get on a cone. It is the best ice cream I've ever had. I mean, I had a complete stomach ache after I ate some of it. I couldn't even finish it all because my stomach hurt. It's such good ice cream. If it's a hot day, it is like absolutely perfection. They do such a great job, and they have some really interesting flavors. If you are not lactose intolerant and you like ice cream, definitely get ice cream from there because it is bomb.com. Number 7. So this is for people that financially can. I suggest buying a cloak. I think when you go to Universal Studios, and if you are like me, that the first time I went, I didn't know when I was gonna go back. I'm from California, so going to Florida, especially when I was 18, I was 17. When I was 17, it was like, okay, I don't know when I'm ever gonna be able to go back there. And so I wanted to get all of the merch that I really, really thought was like something that I couldn't get somewhere else. And I don't like buying stuff online from Universal because I like to buy it when I'm there because I think it's more special. If you're someone that like you don't know when you're gonna go back, this might be your only time, I would definitely save up to buy a cloak. They are expensive. They're around like $110, I want to say, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, with tax and everything. But the cloaks are such great quality, and they are just beautiful. I do own all 4 houses of the cloaks now, and I have all the ties and the scarves and everything. That didn't happen just like on my first time. I don't have that kind of money. It took years of, you know, saving up and going back and forth to get these cloaks. But if you are going there and you know what house you're in, I suggest buying your house cloak, even if you don't plan on wearing it. I don't wear mine unless I'm like posing for a picture or something because I'm too afraid of ruining it and getting them dirty. So I have them all on mannequins in my room. I still think it's worth it 100% because it's something that I've seen cloaks from other places. The quality is just not the same, and the ones from Universal Studios are absolutely perfect. And I think it's special to have one from there. So I would go cloak shopping. Number 8. So when you are in Diagon Alley, you can actually walk down. It's kind of hidden, so I don't know if everyone sees this when they're there, but Nocturne Alley is also there in Diagon Alley. So you kind of walk towards if you walk into Diagon Alley and you're facing Gringotts and you go towards the left, you take another left and then you are going down Nocturne Alley. It's across from the bathrooms. It's super dark, it's really cool. You guys know me, I love all the dark evil stuff, so Borgin & Burke's is one of my favorite shops. They have the coolest things in there, like the coolest artifacts and things that you could buy, and everything has like dark marks and deathly hollows, and it's all Death Eater stuff. Like I love the Borgin & Burke shop. So I would highly recommend finding Nocturne Alley, going down and going shopping in Borgin & Burke's. Number 9. So when you're there are 2 restaurants in the Harry Potter theme park. There's the Three Broomsticks and the Leaky Cauldron. Three Broomsticks is in Hogsmeade, the Leaky Cauldron is in Diagon Alley. Out of those 2, I recommend the Three Broomsticks. The Three Broomsticks, if you are going for breakfast or lunch, I think for both of those meals, the Three Broomsticks is better. I've been to both multiple times, like for breakfast and lunch, like, you know, one day here, one day there. I've done them both multiple times, and without a doubt, every time we go, we prefer the Three Broomsticks. I think their breakfast is delicious, and so is their lunch. I really prefer it there. I think it's a great place. You could make reservations to do breakfast, but you can also just wait in line. Sometimes the line's short, sometimes it's long, just depending on when you want to go. So I recommend eating at the Three Broomsticks if you're hungry. Number 10. So my last thing is one of my favorite places to hang out and shop and take pictures and do stuff, which is Honeydukes. As you can tell by this top, I'm obsessed with Honeydukes. I love the colors. Pink is one of my favorite colors, so like all the colorfulness in Honeydukes I'm just obsessed with. Probably one of the reasons why I love it so much, but I love candy too, so you know, it's both of those. But go shopping in Honeydukes and buy some candy. When I first went there, I didn't really buy a lot of candy. I just kind of looked around, and I bought one chocolate frog, never even opened it. I kept it sealed forever just because like I had said, I never knew when I was gonna be able to go back. So I wanted things that I wouldn't really touch, that would just keep them perfect forever. So this last time that I went, I actually decided like I'm gonna buy candy, I'm actually gonna try it, and I'm really gonna enjoy it this time and not like care about ruining the packaging because I know I'm gonna go back. I'm already planning my next trip, guys. We got chocolate frogs, which their chocolate frogs are so good. You guys have to buy a chocolate frog. Not only is it iconic, but it's delicious. We got my dad some chocolate with chili powder on it, which was really interesting and also really good. And then we got some candy floss, tried that, it was really good. And then what else did we get? I feel like we got, oh my god, sherbet lemons, you guys. You have to try sherbet lemons. They are the best. Like I already love lemon drops, and these were like thick and just like so good. Still so many things that I have not tried, and I'm really excited to go back and try more. You have to go to Honeydukes. You have to buy candy, and you actually have to eat it. Don't just stare at it like I did the first time. It's worth it to actually eat it and enjoy it. And then if you want to buy like duplicates of things so you can actually bring stuff home too, I suggest doing that as well. Alright, those are my top 10 things that I recommend doing in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see new videos weekly that are mostly Harry Potter related. Make sure to check out my Instagram, that's also just Castora Magic. I'll be linking that down below. And let me know if you're going on a Universal trip and if you plan on doing all these things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!